collect people's savings in South Africa. These savings amount to billions and billions and billions of rands. As we mobilize our savings, we've got to be true to the promise that we make to the individuals who entrust their money with us. And not just be true to that, compete by way of good investment returns. But at the same time, can this money also do social good in South Africa? In other words, impact beyond just the individual in terms of the promise that we make, but also developing the country.
We are a funder, and the development impact funds are meeting a very crucial need.
The three biggest challenges in South Africa is education, health and housing, and we are addressing 2 out of those 3.
We bring good quality housing, excellent schooling and credit facilities to people that would otherwise be in the dark.
Given the scale of the funds that we're managing within the team, 13 billion rand, or about just over $1.2 billion, is no small change.
So this market is for the blue-collar workers, a guy who can qualify for an RDP house but needs a house, because a house, is one of the biggest assets.
So the mandate of the Schools Fund is effectively to deliver quality, low-fee paying independent school education. It unlocks education at a private level for a low-income individual.
The investors are neutral, and the Public Investment Corporation, it's money from the Government Employees Pension Fund. So that's GEPF finance that is managed by PIC. Where can you operate with making an investment where you have to make a return on that investment, but you also want to reach poorer children?
We do not want to take our children from this community to better schools elsewhere, but we want to bring better schools into this community, which is exactly what Basa is. An excellent school in the middle of a township.
When everybody else was looking at the open ground, I was seeing classrooms. Old Mutual has enabled us to build it with the funding that they've provided.
The Financial Sector Charter, which was signed in 2003 by all the financial institutions to actually provide funding and opportunities for people in the affordable space, in terms of mortgage lending, in terms of housing, and in terms of unsecured lending.
I never knew if there will be any bank or any financial institution that will help me. The little that I had, I went to SA Taxi Finance to buy a taxi. After 2-3 hours, they did give me a call saying, your application has been approved, you can come and fetch your combi. And I'm paying it back.
SA Taxi was seen to be financing SMEs. The initial investment was 1 billion. That deal is actually being paid back at the end of July.
My kids and my family, we all benefited from this business.
Typically, what we do would be greenfields projects, so you would buy raw land. So when we came here, there was nothing. We make it a point to be at the development. We set correct timelines to make sure that we can manage our returns as reported to our investors.
A large portion of our job is that analytical and critical thinking.
Managing something from your desk with a spreadsheet is totally different to understanding what actually happens on the ground.
I am a devout believer that if you put together the commercial and the development side, you will have a sustainable business and you will have sustainable impact.
It's difficult to grow from nothing because you don't know where the next step is. But if you're in something that, like these houses, that give you a starting point, but if you live in a shack, what's next?
My name is Moses Tony. I'm the truck driver. If you compare the place that I was living, it's a huge gap. The house represents my achievement. I'm smiling all the way in the truck.
This is really about bringing back dignity to people. When I look at the positive difference that we have made and delivering on the promises that we made by way of good investment returns, then I really felt that this is an organization I want to be part of.